What's up, team? I'm ESCHovian, and I'm joined by a man who got Black Ops 2 from his students as a gift.
Good kids.
ESCSongers.
Good kids.
Good kid. What a gift, huh? Where are we, Songers?
We are at the ESC Elite Clash of the Champions, and you, are, my friend, are sitting in for Taneg, who suddenly had a crazy allergy outburst and needed to go wipe his nose.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that happens. Maybe he's allergic to cats, because I have a cat, and that happens.
It's all your fault.
I'm ruining esports. Sorry, guys. So anyways, we are back in our match game number 3 between Ryze and TubbyTheFat, and in the top left corner, we have our red Zerg, Complexity'sRyze.
Spawning his opponent, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the orange Protoss, Emma Stone. Who's a great actress, by the way, but it is actually TubbyTheFat. That is his tournament-only ID.
Strikes fear and terror
it does.
in the hearts of his opponents.
Can you imagine playing Emma Stone?
Oh my god, I don't know what I would do. I'd freeze up.
I would sweat.
I'd have to cheese her.
You'd have to. That's the only way you could win. But right now, at this tournament, it's basically, we have a couple of show matches today. We already had Eggy versus Angelus. We also had Combat X versus DD, and now it's our last show match of the day. It's Tubby versus Ryze. Yeah. This event, it's sponsored by, we're sponsored by Twitch TV. We have Playgrounds, who got us tickets to the Fan Expo.
Yep.
So that would be... for the people who lose the show match, they would get the ticket to Fan Expo. Also, Toshiba, who's
prize, not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good prize, right? Yeah. And Toshiba is providing us with the monitors and the computers the players are using to play right now.
Yeah,
so
pretty sweet, and it's really a who's who of the Canadian esports
this
scene.
Is exactly it.
So really awesome tournament.
Some of the top players in Canada, basically, are all here.
Indeed. So we do see the Forge Fast Expand coming out for our good friend TubbyTheFat, deciding to go for Forge before the Nexus, so perhaps seeing that spawning pool a little early, thought, I better get some defense up a little bit quicker.
And that would be a pretty smart thing to do, as we see right now, 6 links are already coming out for Complexity'sRyze.
Oh, he wants to end it quickly, and even with the little face
that face, that smiley face, that's a cheeky smile.
But now, with TubbyTheFat actually blocking the expo of Ryze, we also might see, and actually this is exactly what we see, it seems Ryze really seems to favor the just I'm going to push into your base, I don't care what's happening at my base motif, so he really just likes to stream his units down and really just try to end games with counter pushes and where the Protoss army is not.
This Overlord is probably the happiest Overlord ever, going to be coming here and going, oh, there is nothing blocking off your ramp here. Probes being pulled down, and here come the Lings. This cannon might actually finish.
This is going to be the stand that he's going to try to hold all of these Zerglings off with these probes. He's going to have to be careful to micro these units and not lose a single probe. He does kill a Zergling, and the Zergs now are kind of running scared and really no hull damage on any of those probes. So well done by TubbyTheFat, actually was able to notice that really early and was able to defend that effectively, and now with his cannon up, he feels a little bit safer, even though Zerglings could still run by, especially in that number, and that's exactly what they might do. Excellent
defense there. See, the cannon just 2 shots of his Lings, so even if he does get past, it's only going to be like 1 or 2 Lings in the base, where the probes can easily take care of them. Indeed. And now we look at that Harvester difference. 20 for the Protoss, 12 for Ryze.
Yeah, so Ryze a little bit all-in-ish on that little rush, which didn't really do exactly what he thought he would, didn't kill a single probe, only lost a bunch of Zerglings. So he'll have to play a little bit of catch-up now, especially with TubbyTheFat's Nexus already going down and still not a hatch in sight.
So, you know, just making more workers now. Yeah, you're right, no hatch in sight, hasn't even decided to expand yet. So I'm wondering how Ryze can come back from this. Although, since I'm not Tubby, I don't have the skills of Tubby, but I feel like this has happened to me before. I defended it perfectly, and then I just got rolled.
You have no idea. That last game was basically every game I play against her. It's like, oh, I'm going to get you so bad, and then, oh, where'd all these roaches come from? Yep. Why is my front wall so weak? So, yeah, we do see a bunch of chrono boosts on the Nexus, chronoing out those probes as quick as possible. Emma's really going to push, sorry, TubbyTheFat, I don't want to call him Emma. TubbyTheFat's really pushing that, that economy advantage that he already has.
Yep, so getting into the scout, sees the hatcheries going down, knows that he's way ahead, and he's going to be pretty comfortable right now to tech up or do whatever sort of little Protoss thing he wants to do.
Indeed, and a bunch of Zerglings were chasing at that poor probe all by himself. But we do see the Cybernetics core finally going, and this probe, he's going to make it away pretty safely, but he's really taking these 6 Zerglings for a run. But yeah, the Cybernetics core is starting to go down for Tubby, so we will see the tech choice that he will choose. Wow, it was a weird, convoluted, constipated sentence, but we will see what he decides to do. And we do see the speed for Zerglings coming out, so looks like Ryze is going to favor the Zergling probably with either Roaches or Mutas. What do you think?
What do I think? Well, it looks like there's not that much gas going down right now. It's already at 6 minutes. But then again, the hatchery was delayed, so that maybe is his plan. He's going to try to catch up in this gas. But I'm thinking he's definitely going to get some roaches first, just because he is behind. And if the Protoss is able to push forward at some regular timing, he'll need those roaches to defend. But other question for you: where were you earlier?
Oh my gosh, I got family stuff to deal with. This is the most boring conversation. I was doing groceries. I vacuumed my house. Why do you want to hear this stuff? So yeah, I wish I could have been here earlier. But esports, kids are the ones that kill esports.
Kids
man.
kill
Don't have
esports.
Kids.
Children kill esports.
You want to do stuff in esports? Don't have kids. But maybe one day my daughters will be esports prodigies and then win championships, and I'll live vicariously through them. They'll owe me anyways for all the stuff I've done for them.
Exactly. Excellent. So the robo facility is going down. It looks like... Did you just click that Immortal? I think our observer clicked the Immortal, and Immortal was produced. He's controlling this game somehow. But Immortal is going to be coming out for TubbyTheFat here. Just, you know, defending against those roaches that might happen. And it looks like the lair tech is almost complete. Well,
it definitely looks like it's going to be a Sentry Immortal timing. It's very popular on this map. And it looks like, at least from the last game, it looks like TubbyTheFat enjoys that strategy against Zerg opponents. So we'll see if he's able to break coL.Ryze. Ryze still is only on 2 bases. Typically, you'll see a 3rd base in this situation, but I'm not sure. Now going for infestors as well, so maybe a little quicker on the tech, a little slower on the economy.
He needs some way to defend against this push, right? I mean, he can't go for that quick 3rd base because he was so behind, but, you know, just looking at the worker count, the workers have evened out.
Yeah, well, that's the advantage of Zerg as well, right? You can really drone up pretty hard, but will he even be able to get infestors up, especially, is he going to go for pathogen gland? Is he going to be getting infestors up in numbers that he needs? Because it looks like the Sentry Immortal might be hitting pretty soon. He's already got 2 Immortals and a bunch of Sentries, and I believe that he's going to want to go on this +1 weapons timing.
This is a 6-gate Mortal Sentry push, so going to be pretty strong, but not totally the end-all be-all of this game. So right now, this one changeling is going to try to join this army. Hey guys, it says that
I didn't produce as zealot.
Taken out right
and
there.
Totally found as an imposter. That spy goes down pretty quick, but he did get the scout he needed. He saw the production ramp up that Tubby is going for. So now you quickly see 5 spine crawlers in production. So, and the pathogen glands also en route. But an interesting little choice. We see the Warp Prism coming up for TubbyTheFat, so maybe see a little bit of backdoor play with the Warp Prism, or maybe just to reinforce up at the front.
Could do that, exactly. So could be reinforced at the front, could be dropping at the back. A lot of choices there, a lot of different things he could do. But with this Spine Crawler wall up at the front, it's going to be kind of tough to break it. I mean, he does have the 3 Immortals, so definitely be able to do 150 damage per volley, actually.
Yeah, the Spine wall really isn't going to be able to defend against Immortals very well. Immortals do ravage those armored buildings,
but too as well.
Yeah, +1. So this wall is basically going to be able to slow him down a little bit, but it's not going to be able to stop him. He's going to need a little more than this defense, and looks like he's going to try to soften up, maybe bait out a few shields with these Zerglings that are out across the map, and the army is chasing it now. No, so I think he was trying to bait out some shields, but wasn't successful. TubbyTheFat did not go for the bait. He is going to go for the main base. There are pylons in proxy positions very close. You can see those Immortals tanking those spine crawlers, just headbutting the front. Beautiful fungal growth. Everything gets caught in it, and it looks like he's going to be able to break this. No spine crawlers go down. Excellent hold by Ryze.
Those fungals, basically those sentries didn't drop a single force field before they were taken out by that damage over time of the phone. And look at that Protoss army. Look at what it has come down to.
And TubbyTheFat is really committed to this. He's even bringing in Zealots up at the front. He won't be able to break this with this army though, but I'm not sure why he's deciding to go for it even more, but deciding to cheaply throw away his units. He does send out some force fields, maybe tries to kill a couple of infestors, only gets 1 with his sentries no less. Infested Terrans get baited out and they have no one to shoot, so they're alone and sad at the party. And now these sentries are going to die really quickly, and same with all these pylons.
Oh, this is looking bad for TubbyTheFat here. That was so much gas invested in that push there. I think there were about 10 sentries or whatnot, and look at the resources lost. You can just tell right there. 3,000 more.
Protoss army is an expensive army, and all of it went down very quickly. So excellent hold by Ryze, well defended. I was really worried for him with that spine crawler wall. I thought it was going to easily get taken down, but those fungal growths were the difference and really did change the tide of that battle.
And it looks like feeling confident, go straight for that 3rd base over there now, pushing out with these links to clear the map. A lot of Zealots in production, though, and they're going to be charging against those Lings. They do have +1. Lings don't have that armor yet, so we'll be able to take those Lings really fastly. But
I'm not sure if Ryze is going to try to sweep in through the front door. There is nothing actually defend. No, there is a Zealot there, so having the presence of mind to at least defend. But there are a lot of Lings out on the map, really cleaning out all these pylons very easily.
And that's actually a really good thing to do. It looks like this Warp Priest is going to be dropping 4 Zealots into the main base.
Nice.
Queen is in position. That's a lot of Infestors.
That is a lot of Infestors. This is exactly what he needs to do, though. He's trying to tech switch into Colossus, and Fungal Growths quickly come out, but he's basically trying to keep Ryze in his base so that he can get the Colossus out. These Zealots are going to die very quickly. A couple Infested Terrans come out to take down that Warp Prism as quickly as they possibly can. The Warp Prism goes down. These Zealots are now left for dead. They are trying to slash their way through as much of a Zerg army as possible. They will be able to kill a few Roaches if they're not kited, but it looks like Ryze is happy just to A-move on this and clean up the army.
Yeah, excellent defense there. I mean, the only thing that Zealots really did there was bait out some of the Infestor energy, which will regenerate pretty quickly. And, you know, Ryze sensing that, that was a pretty good fight for him, is going to be starting to move out now. We do have 2 Colossus in production, though, so that could be the saving grace for Tubby, although he is down 1 base right now.
Indeed. Well, that's essentially what he was trying to do with that push, to try to slow down his opponent so that he can get his Colossus out. And with 2 Colossus out at a time, he might be able to have the perfect unit composition to deal with Zergling Infestor. Neither of those units do well against the Colossus, and Extended Thermal Lance is on its way, about half done, so, and even being chrono boosted, so he should be able to hold if he can just get his army into a good position, a favorable position, and defend against any Zerg aggression up at his front.
And now Ryze is just powering ahead here. He's got his macro hatch going up. He's clearing out the rocks to the 4th base. Probably going to be grabbing that very soon. Never mind. He hates me. He's going for the other base on the other side. But definitely getting that 4th base. Now posturing himself at the forward watchtower to his opponent's base.
Really wanting to watch that watchtower. Sending absolutely every Zergling he has. Just making sure I really want this watchtower. He is even going to kill this Zealot. And one Zealot now is trying to hack his way through for ire. But to no avail. Kills only a couple Zerglings. And now joined by his Roach brethren. And this Overseer now is going to get all the scout. He's going to see, possibly even see the, I believe he sees the Colossus, so he does know that they are out. He is retreating from the Xel'Naga Tower, sees a huge force coming in. TubbyTheFat has done well to actually get an army up that can actually deal with this Zerg force that Ryze has.
No Spire up, there is no Corruptors on the field at all. So it looks like this army could do pretty well. I mean, if the force fields are good, the Roaches will be stuck behind it, the Infestors will be roasted. I don't think they have Neuroparasite at all. And, you know, we'll just see how this engagement goes. Tubby really needs to get one in a place where he can do some sick force field, and that's pretty good position for him right there. That little choke there, Zerg does not want to push into that.
Indeed, these Colossus are going to be able to Thermal Lance down a few Infestors for free. Infested Terrans do come out. The force fields are good to prevent Zerglings, but there are no Zerglings, so the Roaches are still within range to attack. The Infested Terrans are going to come out and do some free damage on these units. The Colossus still standing strong, not even any hull damage on them, and the Thermal Lances are trying to fry as many Roaches as possible, and look at all the Roaches being absolutely eviscerated by these Thermal Lances, and there's nothing left to defend these Colossus. They're going to go down as well, just to a few Roaches.
Just
only a
as you
few
speak.
Stalkers, yeah, but not these Stalkers won't be able to hold it, but still, Ryze happy with the damage he's done, and Tubby can't really afford to trade armies against his Zerg opponent. Really, Roaches are so cost-effective if you're going to be trading armies like that. And a Protoss army, you never really want to trade. It's just too expensive.
Tubby is warping in more Stalkers here, but as we just looked in his base, the number of minerals he has is slowly decreasing. Roaches going up against once at the top again, trying to snipe those Colossus. Nice fungal growth going on there, getting a few pot shots off. And these Spine Crawlers have been moved to the middle of the map, though the range of the Colossus is just huge so far. Here come the Roaches pushing in again, not going to get any Colossus snipes once again.
Just one-shotting those Stalkers. The Colossus are doing the best they can to siege down these units. Infested Terrans come along the side, dying very cheaply just to get some Infested Terrans in the back. These Colossus luckily can go up the cliff, and they do avoid the damage. It was a nice try by Ryze, but ultimately he does get them in the end. He gets 2 Colossus for his trouble, so a good flank, even though he lost some Infestors. But again, he can afford to make those trades, and with the supply difference, really, Tubby cannot afford to lose these units.
No, he can't, and we see 22, now 15. So many Roaches in production right now. They're going to be streaming from all of these 4 hatcheries, and Roaches are just going to push ahead, not even caring about the Stalkers anymore. Another Colossus does go down.
They're just walking through the Thermal Lance like, doesn't even bother me, bro. Go ahead, I don't even care. Pushing, like, bunch of bosses, and they are now just going to be able to play some good defense. So Ryze is happy just to keep defending. He does have 4 bases with which to produce units and to produce economy off of, and TubbyTheFat is really all in at this point. On a 2-base all
Colossus.
in. And this Colossus is going to survive. These roaches definitely want to kill them. They're going to be happy to kill all these stalkers instead. The Colossus is still trying to be a hero, but he's got to get out of dodge as quickly as possible. He is now completely cornered. I don't know what he's going to do up there. He is killing some infestors though, so trying to get as much money value out of that Colossus as possible, but it will go down ultimately. And now there are no Colossus up at the front, only Colossus in production.
Oh, we look at the armor supply and worker supply. Ryze is up in both categories there. Wasn't able to get this third because Overlord is being really annoying and just pooping everywhere, making that third unable to be placed down. And now the roaches are going to be pushing forward, sniping all those forward pylons, and most likely going to be trying to deliver the death blow here to the Protoss army. Might catch these 2 stalkers off guard though. And no, they are able to get the safety of this base, but is that base really safe?
There's really not anything here to defend. The force fields are good to kill as many roaches as possible. Does cut off a small contingent of that army, but Ryze really doesn't care. Those armies, he didn't care about those roaches anyways. Nope. And what's good about that Overlord at that third base when it was dropping creep is that it takes a full minute for that creep to recede. So even if Tubby did want to go over there and drop his Nexus, he wouldn't be able to. He had to wait anyway. So it gave those roaches enough time to get in there and prevent any probes from coming out, any army from coming out.
There we go. Here comes the probes. Like, I'm going to set up my house. No, says Roaches. And they're going to take out those cannons, which were actually cancelled.
Yeah, smart cancel, at least recouping a little bit of the losses there. This pylon will go out. Only 2 roaches deciding to attack, and now everybody decides to get in on the party. A few zealots and sentries and stalkers and colossus are going to come down here and have a bad day. These roaches are just in too high a number for the Protoss to do anything. And Tubby's in a really tough situation. He's down on supply. He's going to be mined out very quickly. He really can't get to a third base. Meanwhile, his opponent's already on a third and can easily get a 5th if he wants, and is producing almost nothing but roaches, which he can easily resupply very quickly. Yep. And now 40 lings. I think Ryze is now going to go for a killing blow. Yep,
Ryze is actually maxed out right now against only the 97 supply of Tubby. And look at this next, trying to go up. Will he get the cancel off? No, doesn't even get the cancel. So 400 minerals lost there. Nice force field is going to trap off some of the, actually most of the roaches, but no, they are able to slip past. And right now, Ryze just has full control of this map. He has roaches at every single possible base, and he's just preventing, Tubby from getting any more minerals. Tubby's going to starve soon. He's not going to be TubbyTheFat anymore.
No, he's going to be TubbyTheSlim. He's he's definitely going to push forward with this army. This one Colossus on the left is going to die very quickly if he's not careful with it, and the army is pushing forward. Every time that they're moving, they are not attacking, but really, look at the number of these Zergs. Zerg forces pushing forward. The Zerglings decide to run in, then decide, whoa, not against the Colossus. Colossus is doing a great job trying to take out as many free units as possible, but really that's not what he needs. He needs to kill all the units producing those free units, and the Zerg streaming in through the back, and TubbyTheFat has to GG out of that game. Outplayed by ComplexityRyze. So game number, that was 3?
That was game number 3.
Game number 3, so it's 2-1 Ryze.
2-1 to Ryze.
What happens now? I'm new here. What do we do now?
Basically, I punch you in the face.
Oh, is that what's been happening? No wonder
ladies and gentlemen, co-caster left. We will be right back with game number 4 between ComplexityRyze and Infinity Sevens.